Share this video, hit that like button. Let me know what city and state you're tapping in from. It's Mikey T, the movie star, and RBH. So when you listen to Affirmative Action, it's Cormega's verse first, and then the second is first best verse is what I'm saying. Cormega has the best verse. Second is Foxy Brown. The order of the song, that doesn't matter. The order of the song doesn't matter. Mega's verse hits the hardest, and Foxy is next. Foxy is doing some mathematics, and her math doesn't really make sense. Her math didn't really add up. You know, it sounded good on the lyrics. I actually fact checked it, and it just wasn't accurate, RBH.
It ain't right.
But it sounded good. It sounded good on the record. She was like breaking down the math, how to chop up a bird. And it's like, who is this shorty, man? This is crazy right here. You know what I mean? So it made people do two things. You know what I mean? We heard AZ on Life's a Bitch, but then it's like, who's this guy talking about I'm chilling with dudes who hitting Dominican spots and stealing bricks? Who is that guy? You know what I mean? And that was Cormega. That's what the streets was saying. And then they're saying, who's Shorty? Who's Foxy Brown? This is hard. I can't believe a female is talking like this. You know, this shit was crazy.
That's what shit.
And you know, that's what got the record execs to pay attention, I think. Everyone was wondering, like, who's this dude who wears Guess jeans and rugbies and hits the Dominican spots? Because I wear Guess jeans and rugbies, and I actually go and shop at some of those spots. You know what I'm saying, RBH?
That's right.
Yep. So Mega was also replaced in the firm, the group, which didn't really go on to find much success alongside Dr. Dre.
I like Nature too, though.
Right, but the question is, why was Mega replaced? Now, stay tuned for my interview with Mega, where hopefully I'll be able to address some of that with him. Also, going to talk about his new album, The Realness, too. It's available, you guys. Who was Mega replaced with? Nature, right? Personally, I think it was a horrible decision replacing Mega with Nature. You could see who would have had the better solo career, and no diss to Nature. You know, compare the albums. Let's do a poll. Let's ask the people. What is it? For All Seasons versus The Realness. What do y'all got? And I want everybody to share this video. For All Seasons by Nature or The Realness? I'll put up a damn poll. RBH, any thoughts on that?
We ain't friends no more. That was my jam. I mean, I rock with Nature too, bro. That's all I'm saying. I rock with Nature too, but Nature versus Cormega. I mean, when that whole situation went down, you know what I mean? Cormega went and found Nature and ran him the fair one.
Oh, damn.
So I mean, it was real. After that, you know, they shook hands and walked away and ended up being cool later on. But real blows, you know what I mean? Like that was a real situation in hip hop that went under the radar. Another gem for people that don't know. Yeah, they really fought over that.
So the Testament album got caught up. It got shelved on Def Jam. So that's where I'm going to take this next as we continue to give a little bit of background before we get into this album review. The Testament album got caught up and shelved on Def Jam, and he wouldn't be able to get the album back for several years, which led to him creating The Realness. The Realness is easily an A album. You know what I mean? 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Maybe even a 9.5. It might just be an A. If a 9.5 is a 95, is an A plus. I would go as far to say a 9.5 out of 10. It's almost perfection. It's comparable to Illmatic. I would go as far as to say that whoever doesn't agree with me, that's fine. You know what I mean? You're entitled to your own opinion. If that album, I can play it in 2022 in my car, working, and not skip a song. There's just something about timeless music. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would say that now because we're out of the time loop. You know what I mean? Like, but back then, like, what I mean by out of the time loop is we're in 2022, about to be in 23. We have the ability to go back and, you know what I mean, have an unbiased ear of everything that's out right now. The people that wouldn't agree with you, you know what I mean, are the people that were really into it around 2001 when the album should have dropped in like 98, 97. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been because music changed by the time it came out. You know what I'm saying? Like the waves had changed. Like
A
the
lot more
vibes were
corporate.
different. Right.
It was just
Right.
always
After
more
2000.
corporate.
Right. Extremely. Like we're talking about just to bring people into it. 2001. What was popping? Missy Elliott. 50 Cent in the club.
He was getting ready to
Ludacris.
blow up a year and a half
Facts.
later.
Facts, Chingy. So then here you come with Cormega with some gully stuff, like you said, like on the lines of Illmatic. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I missed its mark, and that's the reason why it's not a classic album today. It should have came out when he recorded it when it was done. I just want to put that out there.
Facts. You know, even when it came out, you knew it was special though. I don't
Mm,
know. I don't know if he knew that
absolutely.
while I don't know if he knew that while he was recording a lot of these times. You know, artists are humble. They don't really realize the effect they had on the culture. A lot of the content that 50 Cent would rap about, Mega was rapping about it. You know, Fat Cat and all that, drug dealers, the guys in the streets that they looked up to. Cormega was doing it first. Without spitting it, I'd still be getting it. The first dealer slash lyricist. He told you Mega was sizzling on the underground, heating up the streets. You know, do you think people were jacking Power of the Dollar over the Realness? 50's from where? Queens. Cormega's from where? Queensbridge. It's a difference.